Today I want to start with introducing to you guys matrices. Matrices is one of the most important skill or function. It could be in the MATLAB. Every number, vector, whether it's even or odd or an image in MATLAB, it's just a matrices undercover. So matrices is a default data types, and we'll go through what's mean by data types more in depth in another episode. But yeah, just let's begin. So let's try something simple, like if I want to do a equal 1, 2, 3, comma, let's put semicolon 4, 5, and 6. Please feel free to write as I do write in order to go step by step with each other. What this will give me, or what we can take out from this line. Okay, let's run it first. Okay, it gave me 2 rows with 3 columns. Interesting. Okay, but I didn't get it. What's the relation of matrices, or what can I get out of this? Okay, so matrices, it gives me rows and column. What I can get out of this, that if you guys realize, like, space is kind of the same as putting comma in this line. So this is the first thing to observe, that space between numbers is the same as comma between numbers. Okay, what else? Like, what was the function of semicolon? Like, we can see in the results that 1, 2, 3, and then start another row, 4, 5, 6. Here we go. This is a key. Start another row. So the semicolon, this is another comment. Semicolon, it just starting another row for me. This is very important for matrices. So space, it just create a new column. Semicolon, create a new row. So space or comma, it just adding a new column. So 1, space, then 2, then maybe comma, then 3. If I can keep going, I can. Semicolon, it just create another row. One more powerful thing about workspace, you guys realize this size 2 multiplied by 3. This means it has 2 rows, 1 and 2, and 3 columns. 1 and 4 is one column, 2 and 5 another column, 3 and 6 is another column. So the size, like 2 multiplied by 3, or the first number, second numbers, the first number represent rows, the second number represent columns. Okay, let's write another example. What if I do want to write something like B, 4, semicolon, 5, semicolon, 6, semicolon. There's no comma, just semicolon. So what I do expect to see, I think as we said, like starting semicolon means starting another row. So I do expect to see 3 rows. Let's see how this looks like. Here we go. Okay, first row, second row, third row. So this prove it too. Okay, let's put semicolon because now I'm already saw the result. Let's write another function, like something like C, maybe 9, 8, 7. As we said, space between number, it create another column. So I do expect to see 3 columns. So if I press run, here we go. First column, second column, third column. So this is very important to recap very quick. In matrices, space, comma, okay, this creating new columns. Semicolon means it creating a new row. Okay, so this is very important as we go. Okay, what if I don't have this? This you guys always can observe, okay, in workspace. Another thing for the size too, I can just write size, and if I want to know the size of A, like function size to know like how many rows and how many columns. If I want to run section, gonna give me 2 and 3, which is I can already see in the workspace. But just in case, this also very important function, because size, like a lot of errors can be happen in MATLAB because two variables with different sizes. Because most of the time, or there is some functions that need the both variables having the same size, and if they do have different sizes, then like an error message will appear. So that's why it's very important to be aware of the size of each variable you do have. And this is how we can know whether size function or I can see it just in the workspace. Okay. Okay. Another thing I want to introduce today is indexing. What's mean by indexing? Okay, so indexing, like the fancy definition, is accessing a specific element or part of a matrix or array by using rows and column position. Okay, but it's just finding the location when you do have a matrix. So I can find a location. Let's have an example. So this is A. What if I wanna know this value if it's not obvious for me? Like now I know that A has 2 by 3, but I wanna indexing, or I wanna know the number that does exist in this position, because this position, how I can find it, I just will start with A, because A, this is the variable A. Like I'm telling MATLAB, I want to know this value in the variable A. And then I start with two things. First number, 1. Second number, 2. What this means? Here we go. This is the most powerful thing about MATLAB. It just gives you hint along the way. And you just can read those hints, and we're gonna make your life way, way more simple. So this indexing, right? So I did write A, and then the first number is row, second number is the column. So if I wanna now press enter, it's gonna give me 2. Why is this? Because first row, so first row is this row, second column 1 and 2, so it's gonna give me this one. So if I wanna run section, here we go, the answer is 2. What if I wanna also make the same? Maybe A, let's see, 2 by 2. I wanna go up a little bit to show you guys. So let's see what's 2 by 2 mean. So this is A, second row, second column. So it should be 5. Let's see whether we are right or wrong. Okay, run section. Here we go, 5. So this indexing, or if I wanna know a specific value. Okay, you guys might like see this, oh, it's easy, and it's really easy, but it's very important to know how to use this, because yeah, A is just like 2 by 3 in size, but sometimes you will get 67 multiplied by 100, or like 67 rows, or some data if you are measuring like salinity, depth, all of this goes like very, very like a lot of numbers, a lot of rows, a lot of columns. So indexing it's at some point, like if you want to know the depth, after this depth, you're gonna like take some actions in MATLAB is a tool that you can use for this. So yeah, this is indexing.